Good afternoon, distinguished guests and ladies and gentlemen. My name is Lee Jeong-eun, Curator at the National Asian Culture Center, ACC, in Korea. I'm responsible for the International Cultural Cooperation Project, particularly in the Southeast Asia regions. It is an honor to share with you our perspective on the crafting soft power through the culture, art, and craft. Let me introduce about the ACC first. Located in Gwangju, Republic of Korea, the ACC is a leading cultural platform dedicated to the contemporary Asian art and culture. It was officially opened on November 25 in 2015 under the Ministry of the Culture, Sports and Tourism. With a total floor area of 139,217 square meters, larger than the National Museum of Korea in Seoul, and it is the largest international cultural complex in Asia. The ACC was founded not only as a cultural facilities, but as an international hub for the honoring the spirit of the Gwangju May 18 democratic movement, embracing the Asia's cultural diversity and fostering the creativity. Our vision is to become a world-class leading institutions of the contemporary Asian culture and art. Our mission is to expand the Asia's cultural value through the exchange and the convergence of the culture, art, and technology. We operate a wide range of the programs. Asian cultural research on the traditional and the contemporary arts, society, and culture. Residency programs for the artists and the researchers from around the world. Children's cultural content and the education to the nurture creativity and the cultural sensitivity. Digital archiving of the Asia's cultural heritage for the global accessibility. International cooperation through the co-curated exhibitions, performance, and the academic event. Let us now take a moment to watch a brief video introducing about the ACC's main facilities and the function.
ACC, where various creative Asian cultures harmonize together. Asia Culture Center has opened its door wide toward the world. The Forest of Light. ACC is a building in which architectural beauty of humanity stand out. The new building has established a space underground where every citizen can freely communicate with one another. It creates a forest of light as the light on the earth fills the building underground in every corner through the skylight, while the light underground shines the ground park. ACC is a place of international exchange where artists from Asia and all over the world gather together and create art of tomorrow. It is also a complex art institution of creation and production based on Asian culture. ACC will be a platform of convergence and creation that communicates with the world with the infinite potential of Asian culture. ACC Archive and Research studies and collects Asian cultural resources and allows people to view and experience the data and contents through the library park and web space. It is creating an open culture through a participatory citizen cultural education and the fostering of professional cultural human resources. ACC Creation, which makes imagination come true, is a lab-based contents creation and production space that plans and develops convergence and complex contents integrating humanities, art, and advanced science. Innovative, novel thoughts and the traditional values of Asia will impassion people greatly through the cooperation and imagination of artists. ACC Theater will create and produce the best contemporary works with popular appeal and artistry and present free creative performance culture on the stage of passion through innovative space. ACC Children, the largest children's cultural facilities in Korea, holds experience activities, education, and performances based on various Asian culture. Here, children will be able to develop an ability to interact and empathize with the world by fully exhibiting their unlimited imagination. consisting of contents that sublimated the noble spirit of Gwangju 518 into the values of democracy, human rights, and peace. ACC Cultural Exchange will become the center of cultural exchange and international cooperation network. As the dynamic energy of Asian culture, moving toward the world, beyond the boundaries of nations and people, and the division of genres and formats, ACC's cultural values will make the most creative and innovative cultural flow in this era, where you can meet today's art and tomorrow's culture. ACC, Asia Culture Center.
As the ACC celebrates its 10th anniversary this year, we are proud to highlight the following achievements. Signed 899 MOUs with the domestic and international institutions, welcomed over 19 million visitors, and produced more than 1,900 original content. It's 66% created in-house. And then collected over 19,000 Asian cultural assets. This achievement has reinforced our role as both cultural creators and then bridges across Asia. When you think of the Korea, what comes to mind? For many around the world, it is a K-pop, K-drama, and K-food, beauty product, and films. According to the 2025 Global Hallyu Survey, the K-pop ranked first for the 8th consecutive year, followed by Korean cuisine, dramas, beauty, and film. Over 70% of the global respondents expressed favorable views of the Korean culture. This wave, known as the Hallyu or the Korean wave, has expanded beyond the pop culture. It has drawn global interest toward the Korean traditional culture, art, and craft. For example, the recent Korean drama When Life Gives You Tangerine, set in the Jeju Island, topped the non-English Netflix chart in the 9 countries, including Thailand. A memorable scene features the traditional mother of the Paul lacquer wardrobe, showing how such a craft were once treasured in the Korean homes. Another famous K-drama, Mr. Queen, set in the Joseon royal court, showcased the lacquerware as the part of the ceremonial and the daily royal life. This visual narrative awareness of the traditional crafts and spark global curiosity. The impact of the Hallyu measurable. Korea ranked 12th in the brand finance global soft power index in 2025, the top in the culture and heritage, and 7th in the art and entertainment. Hallyu-related exported grew at 13.7% annually, adding the $27 billion in value, creating the tens of the thousands of the jobs, and $2.4 billion in the tourism revenue was attributed to the Hallyu in 2023. At its core, soft power rests on the 3 pillars: culture, value, and foreign policy. ACC's mission is to embody these principles in a sustainable, meaningful cultural exchange. Let me share an example of how ACC transformed these ideas into the real-world cultural influence. Center of Emphasis and Asia. This immersive media art exhibition reinterpreted the traditional Korean garden aesthetics and then landscape painting into the digital experience. It received the Merit Award at the 2023 SEGD Global Design Award, providing the heritage based on the content rooted in the craft and nature can be achieved international recognitions for both artistic and technological excellence. Aqua Paradiso, a touring exhibition exploring the water as a symbol of the life, myth, memory, and climate change. This year, it travels to Austria and Italy through the touring K-Art project. This demonstrates how Korean creative content is engaging directly with the European audience and strengthening the cultural diplomacy through the artistic storytelling. Home Favor. Crafting in the contemporary culture. This exhibition spotlights the act of the making and connecting the artisans and the contemporary sculptures. It bridges the traditional craft with the modern sculpture, presenting the hybrid forms that reflect the manual skill, digital experimentations, and then cultural identity. It emphasized the craft as a forward-facing medium culture to the Korean soft power narrative. And immigrations of the ceramics. It is the part of the ACC's 2024 Asia Network program aimed at revitalizing the Asian discourses. This exhibition reinterpreted ceramics, an iconic traditional medium, through the lens of the Asian diaspora artist. Some works are created on-site at Joseon University in Gwangju, embodying the artist's local creative journey. Accessibility was enhanced through the 3D tactile replicas for visually impaired audience and the children. The exhibition Fan Letter was a multimedia project, explored the emotions and the narrative of the urban life through the Korean unique trot and the bongchak rhythms. Audience engagement was encouraged through the interactive installations and the live performance, casting and creating the immersive and the sensory experience. In particular, the development of collaborative goods with the traditional craft artisans extended the exhibition's symbolism and then sentiment into the consumer-centered product, deepening the artistic impact of the contents. And this goods you could see in the downstairs at the entrance of this building. Next, I will introduce the contents that collect and showcase the cultural assets from the various Asian countries. Award unveiled by the Monsoon, port city of the Southeast Asia. Examining the Southeast Asia Maritime Silk Road, featuring over 400 artifacts from the Nusantara collection, connecting the trade, heritage, and regional soft power. ACC's commitment to the cross-cultural exchange is also evident. It is crafted-centered programs. Asia Craft Residency Program 2023, celebrating the 50th years of the Korea-Indonesian relations. 2 Korean craft artists trained in batik in Yogyakarta in Indonesia. We sent to that space we called Babarang Segarang Gunung, and later hosted the workshops in Korea. The Future of the Asian Craft 2024, honoring the Korea-Thailand mutual visit year and then 40 years of the Korea-Brunei ties. Hosted artisans from Thailand SACIT, Village, and the Brunei Art and Handicraft Center for the joint workshop and the networking program with the Korean artisans and artists. Asian Art Experience Program, continuing traditional craft education across Asia. On August 25, a joint batik workshop will be held with the Embassy of Indonesia in Seoul. Through these exhibitions, residence, and education programs, the ACC continues to evolve as a public cultural platform that celebrates diversity, creativity, and shared heritage. We remain committed to building sustainable cultural network across Asia and advancing Korea's role in a global cultural diplomacy. For more information about the ACC, please refer to the QR code displayed on the screen. I would like to thank our partners, including the SACIT, and all the artisans, institutions, and the experts here today. Your collaboration makes these cultural bridges possible. Thank you so much. Kokunka.